Shalom, family. Oh, we got to update that. Let's see if it updates. Yeah, I was looking right at it. Yeah, cool. Can't do it to all of them. It's all good. You got most of them. Well, shalom, beloveds. Grand Rising, shalom, beloveds. This is Jeremiah, sorry, Jeremiah 43. And it came to pass that when Jeremiah had made an end of speaking unto all the people all the words of the Lord their God, for which the Lord their God had sent him to them, even all these words, then spake Azariah, the son of Hoshaiah, and Johanan, and son of Kareah, and all the proud men, saying to Jeremiah, Thou speakest falsely. The Lord our God hath not sent thee to say, Go not into Egypt to sojourn there. But Baruch, the son of Neriah, setteth thee on against us, for to deliver us into the hand of the Chaldeans, that they might put us to death and carry us away, captives in Babylon. So Johanan, the son of Kirah, and all the captains of the forces, and all the people obeyed not the voice of the Lord to dwell in the land of Judah. But Johanan, the son of Kareah, and all the captains of the forces took all the remnant of Judah that were returned from all the nations, whither they had been driven to dwell in the land of Judah, even men and women and children, and the king's daughters, and every person that Nebuzaradan, the captain of the guard, had left with Gedaliah, the son of Ahikam, the son of Shaphan, and Jeremiah, the prophet, and Baruch, the son of Neriah. So they came into the land of Egypt, for they obeyed not the voice of the Lord. Thus came they even to the Tapanes. Then came the word of the Lord unto Jeremiah and Tapanes, saying, Take great stone in thine hand, and hide them in the clay of the brick kiln, or the mortar, which is at the entry of Pharaoh's house in Tapanes, and in the sight of the men of Judah. And say unto them, Thus saith the Lord of hosts, the God of Israel, Behold, I will send and take Nebuchadnezzar, the king of Babylon, my servant, and will set his throne upon these stones that I have hid, and he shall spread his royal pavilion over them. And when he cometh, he shall smite the land of Egypt, and deliver such as are for death to death, and such as are for the captivity to captivity, and such as are for the sword to the sword. And I will kindle a fire in the houses of the gods of Egypt, and he shall burn them and carry them away captives, and he shall array himself with the land of Egypt, as a shepherd putteth on his garment, and he shall go forth from thence in peace. He shall break also the images of Beth Shemesh that is in the land of Egypt, and in the houses of God of the Egyptians shall he burn with fire. It's great because the Lord is always sending somebody to us. He's always sending somebody. He's always sending a word. So sometimes we pay attention, sometimes we hard-headed and we don't listen. Chapter 44. The word that came to Jeremiah concerning all the Jews which dwell in the land of Egypt, which dwell at Migdol, and at Tapanes of the Noph, and in the country of Pathros, saying, Thus saith the Lord of hosts, the God of Israel, Ye have seen all the evil that I have brought upon Jerusalem. You've seen all the calamities, and upon all the cities of Judah. And behold, this day they are a desolation, and no man dwelleth therein. You have to look at history's past. You've seen all these, you've seen all of these incidences happen throughout history, and you still want to be hard-headed and repeat the same things over and over again. You're gonna find yourself in a worse predicament than those people did at that time. Can you imagine Atlantis around? Can you imagine all of these great wonders of the world around? And then you get man involved in things and you can't trust them. And they sit there and take advantage of it and try to take out the whole damn world. So yeah, we always got to be put on timeout because we ain't learned our lessons. We keep still wanting to be hard-headed. Because of their wickedness, which they have committed to provoke me to anger, in that they went to burn incense and to serve other gods, whom they knew not, neither they, ye nor your fathers. You got all these new worship, options. Everybody got new worship options around now. Yeah, you can worship this, worship that, you worship a grasshopper. Because everybody's created all these options. Like, why would you want to stay in the box? Why would you want to stay in? No, there is no, there is none above the Most High. Howbeit, I sent unto you all my servants, the prophets, rising early and sending them, saying, Oh, do not do this abominable thing that I hate. I'm just a humble servant. If I'm a prophet, I'll already be. But I know that I'm saying right now in the morning, as it says, is rising early and sending them. I'm sending you and saying to you that this is the abominable thing. This is the abominable thing that the Most High does not like. And that's what we have been doing. We've been under a curse and we don't even realize how much of the things that we do and have around us we've been worshiping. Even I got this shirt with Tupac on it right now with him spitting at Hollywood. You know? But they hearken not, nor incline their ear to turn from their wickedness, to burn no incense unto other gods. And you got to see what the things that had happened in Pacific Palisades and all these other places. Yeah. Wherefore my fury and my anger was poured forth and was kindled in the cities of Judah and in the streets of Jerusalem, and they are waste and desolate as at this day. So you can see everything that people keep being hard-headed and doing all these other stuff. Yeah, you're seeing every single one of these lands across the whole world getting destroyed because of karma, because of back ass taxes. You got to understand that we are in spiritual court, and people keep wanting to disregard this point. The fact that we keep disregarding history and sweeping it under the rug. That lump that's under the rug has gotten astronomically huge. And we refuse to have these conversations because we are so inclined to be distracted by our escapisms, whether it's the soccer, whether it's the NBA championships, whether it's the Diddy oil trials, whether it's the R. Kellys of the world, the Epsteins of the world. We got to be distracted with the wars of the world. Oh, they're bombing this, bombing that. And we lose sight of the actual factuals. the things that got it to that point. When you do not communicate with transparency the problems without getting emotionally triggered by them, just knowing that things are as is, as they have always was and will be if you don't choose to change. And because people have been hard headed and stiff necked and not refusing to change not one bit, that's pride. That's holding on to whatever you feel is justifiable for you to put a flag in. You got to think about all of the things that we put flags in. I'm Puerto Rican. You know, I'm a Cowboys fan. I'm a Democrat. You got to think about all these things that we put flags in that we stand 10 toes down into. It's like, no, all of that is still abominable. Therefore, now thus saith the Lord, the God of hosts, the God of Israel, wherefore commit ye this great evil against your souls, to cut off from you man and woman, child and suckling out of Judah, to leave you none to remain, in that ye provoke me unto wraths with the works of your hands, burning incense unto other gods in the land of Egypt, whether ye be gone to dwell, that ye might cut yourselves off. And we were doing this to ourselves, and we cut ourselves off. Partying until 5 in the morning, sinning and ginning, grinning, guilty of it. And that ye might be a curse and a reproach among all the nations of the earth. Have ye forgotten the wickedness of your fathers? Have you forgotten the wickedness of your fathers? That's what you must understand. Damn, have I really forgotten what my dad used to do? You got to understand you're guilty by association because of DNA. Simple as that. These are generational and spiritual entanglements. Oh, what a web we weave. Oh, what a wonderful web that our people throughout history have weaved for us. Look at the web weavings that we have come into, just even in our own family structure. Whether you were rich, whether you were poor, whether you were healthy, whether you were unfit. You got to think about all of the things before you have led to the point in your life. But we have forgotten. We have forgotten. And the wickedness of it, okay. Have ye forgotten the wickedness of your fathers, and the wickedness of the kings of Judah, and the wickedness of their wives, and your own wickedness? Your own wickedness. Have you forgotten your own wickedness? This is accountability at this point right now. I sit in deep meditation, remember all the wickedness that I have done, and try to do the best and not do it again. And when you have time that lapses and time passes and you can see that, I ain't been doing that again. Whether you are trying to seek validation from the people around you or social media, and the only pat on the back you need is to give yourself and getting the one from the Most High, because you are doing the work. You are doing the work to show thyself approved. And that's hard because you're going to get mocked and ridiculed and heckled by the people closest to you, maybe even random strangers. But knowing that you're standing 10 toes down within your faith right now because the world has gone to crap. And that's because they're suffering from what has been going on. You got to think of all of these companies that have dumped waste onto the lands. Now you're seeing these companies go bankrupt, or things are dissolving, or you're seeing natural disasters happen in places where they never have happened. Oh, how we forget that black men and women used to be hung from trees, and people used to have parties. They call them picnics, big old bonfires, tarred and feathered. These atrocities and barbarism still continue to this day. No matter how much you want to sit there and say, oh, we got peace or we cease or there's a stalemate or there's a truce. No, it's because every single one of these places that have gone through that have gone through trauma now want they lick back. Everybody want they lick back. Now you got Iran and you got Israel going at it. You got Ukraine and Russia going at it. You got Taiwan and China and the whole conflict there. Not one nation across the whole world is willing to listen to God right now. They're not listening. They're refusing. They have forgotten that He is the big dog. And everybody's been acting like a big brat right now. We have appointed people to be the representations of our bratness, and we stand proud behind them. You have marches in North Korea for this, Putin, and birthday marches for Trump and parades and things like that. Yeah, we do this stuff, y'all. You cannot forget that. That's what it's saying. Don't be forgetting your wickedness. You better own it. Look at yourself in the mirror and own it. All right. And wickedness of your wives, which they have committed in the lands of Judah and in the streets of Jerusalem. They are not humbled. Even unto this day, you are not humbled. Yeah. Neither have they feared, nor walked in my law, nor in my statutes that I set before you and before your fathers. Therefore, thus saith the Lord of hosts, the God of Israel, behold, I will set my face against you for evil, and to cut off all Judah. And I will take the remnant of Judah that have set their faces to go into the land of Egypt to sojourn there, and they shall all be consumed and fall in the land of Egypt. They shall even be consumed by the sword and by the famine. They shall die, from the least even unto the greatest, by the sword and by the famine. And they shall be an execration or an oath and an astonishment and a curse and a reproach. So it's like the people that are holding on for the longest. They didn't hold on for the longest that they didn't pass it down from next generation to generation. They didn't take it wherever they going now. So that's like the Nazis leaving Germany to go down to Argentina. It's no different. It's no different. You didn't give up. You had that much pride that the atrocities that you were doing, you felt that, oh, they were justified. Oh, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. Not knowing that the famines and the catastrophes and destruction still follows you wherever you go. That's what we keep losing sight of. People keep forgetting that the consequences to your sins will follow you wherever you go. You can sit here and try to move, take a vacation, move to Thailand. It don't matter wherever you are. Karma is worse than Michael Myers and Jason put together, y'all. All of the remnants, all the last droppings. Ever needs to be all the way cleaned all the way thoroughly. And the land and the desire to return there, but none shall. Okay, let me read that. So that none of the remnant of Judah, which are gone into the land of Egypt to sojourn there, shall escape or remain, that they should return into the land of Judah, to the which they have a desire to return to dwell there. For none shall return but such as shall escape. Then all the men which knew that their wives had burned incense unto other gods, and all the women that stood by, a great multitude, even all the women, even all the people that dwelled in the land of Egypt and in Pathros, answered Jeremiah, saying, as for the words, so you got to think about that. All the women that were standing right there beside their man, okay with the atrocities happening to black folks in this country for 400 years. White women, this is the time to take accountability. You gotta understand, we are all in spiritual course. I'm a good lady, I didn't do anything. I ain't never said nigger. You got to understand that even during this curse, that bad things did happen to good people. That's just the way things, it's just the way love goes. Shout out to Janet Jackson. That's just the way love goes. That's just the way love goes. Woo! That's the way love goes. Because he loves you. And you got to get these belts to A. A. Gotta get that A. As for the word that thou hast spoken unto in the name of the Lord, we will not hearken unto thee, but we will certainly do whatsoever thing goeth forth out of our own mouth to burn incense unto the Queen of Heaven and to pour out drink offerings unto her, as we have done, we and our fathers, our kings and our princes, in the cities of Judah and in the streets of Jerusalem. For then had we plenty of victuals or food, and were well, and saw no evils or no troubles. So yeah, while you was chilling in the blessing, you didn't have to worry about nothing. You wasn't given a proper shout out. You stole the Thanksgiving and then didn't even give a shout out to where you got the Thanksgiving from. Oh, I don't know where this came from, but it came to me, so I guess I made it. I discovered it. Yeah. But since we left off to burn incense to the Queen of Heaven and to pour out drink offerings unto her, we have wanted all things and have been consumed by the sword and by the famine. And when we burn incense to the Queen of Heaven and pour out drink offerings unto her, did we make her cakes to worship her and pour out drink offerings unto her without our man? So yeah, everybody was doing this. Everybody keep thinking that they're exempt, that you can sit here and pay your way. There's not been one king or queen throughout history that have been able to pay their way into the gates of heaven. I'm sorry. God knows the meditation of your heart. And if you want to keep hiding and bullshitting with me and the people around you, it's like, no. You can do that all you want. You might be good at it. You might be great at hiding and lying. But isn't it beautiful, the irony, how the Most High is shining light on all of your BS and all of your lying, all of your flaws, insecurities, shortcomings, failures, rejections. Yeah, starting to come to light. Then Jeremiah said unto all the people, to the men and to the women, and to all the people which had given him that answer, saying, the incense that ye burned in the cities of Judah and in the streets of Jerusalem, ye and your fathers, your kings and your princes, and all the people of the land, did not the Lord remember them, and came it not into his mind, so that the Lord could no longer bear, because of the evil of your doings, and because of the abominations which ye have committed. Therefore is your land a desolation and an astonishment, and a curse without an inhabitant, as at this day. I forgot to do that. My bad, yo. Almost forgot. Yes, inhabitants to this day. Because ye have burnt incense, and because ye have sinned against the Lord, and have not obeyed the voice of the Lord, nor walked in his laws, nor in his statutes, nor in his testimonies, therefore this evil is, or this calamity is happened unto you, as at this day. This is just like Motorola rollover minutes. This is no different. Thus saith the Lord of hosts, the God of Israel, saying, ye and your wives have both spoken with your mouths, and fulfilled with your hands, saying, we will surely perform our vows. that we have vowed, to burn incense to the Queen of Heaven, and to pour out drink offerings unto her. Ye will surely accomplish your vows, and surely perform your vows. Therefore hear ye the word of the Lord, all Judah that dwell in the land of Egypt. Behold, I have sworn by my great name, saith the Lord, that my name shall no more be named in the mouth of any man of Judah in all the land of Egypt, saying, The Lord God liveth. Behold, behold, I will watch over them for evil, or for adversity, and not for good. And all the men of Judah that are in the land of Egypt shall be consumed by the sword and by the famine, until there be an end of them. And see, because all these people want to sit here and keep fighting amongst each other, now look at the people. Now look at the people of all of these lands, of all of these conflicts and stuff like that. You're getting double for your troubles because of the people that are up top. All the people of these countries, you need to have a second look at what's going on in your countries. You need to truly think and look at what's going on in your own countries. Yet a small number that escape the sword shall return out of the land of Egypt into the land of Judah, and all the remnant of Judah that are gone into the land of Egypt to sojourn there shall know whose word shall stand, mine or theirs. And this shall be a sign unto you, saith the Lord. That is funny, as one is going and the other one's coming. The one's going and another one's coming. And this shall be a sign unto you, saith the Lord, that I will punish you in this place, that ye may know that my word shall surely stand against you for evil. Thus saith the Lord, Behold, I will give Pharaoh Hophra, king of Egypt, into the hand of the enemies, of his enemies, and into the hand of them that seek his life, as I gave Zedekiah, king of Judah, into the hand of Nebuchadnezzar, king of Babylon, his enemy, and that sought his life. Chapter 45. The word that Jeremiah the prophet spake unto Baruch, the son of Neriah, and when he had written these words in a book at the mouth of Jeremiah in the 4th year of Jehoiakim, the son of Josiah, king of Judah, saying, Thus saith the Lord God of Israel, unto thee, O Baruch, what thou didst say, Woe is me now, for the Lord hath added grief to my sorrow. I fainted in my sighing, and I find no rest. Thus shalt thou say unto him, The Lord saith thus, Behold, that which I have built will I break down, and that which I have planted I will pluck up, even this whole land. And seekest thou great things for thyself? Seek them not, for behold, I will bring evil upon all flesh, saith the Lord. But thy life will I give unto thee for a prey in all places whither thou goest. The word of the Lord, which came to Jeremiah the prophet against the Gentiles, against Egypt, against the army of Pharaoh-Necho, king of Egypt, which was by the river Euphrates in Carchemish, which Nebuchadnezzar, king of Babylon, smote in the 4th year of Jehoiakim, the son of Josiah, king of Judah. Order ye the buckler and shield, and draw near to battle. Harness the horses, and get up, ye horsemen, and stand forth with your helmets. Furbish the spears, and put on the brigandines, or the armor. Wherefore have I seen them dismayed and turned away back, and their mighty ones are beaten down, and are fled a space, or a pace, or speedily, and look not back. For fear was round about, saith the Lord. Let not the swift flee away, nor the mighty man escape. They shall stumble and fall toward the north, by the river Euphrates. Who is this that cometh up as a flood, whose waters are moved as the rivers? Oh, this is chapter 46. Sorry about that. Egypt riseth up like a flood, and his waters are moved like the rivers. And he saith, I will go up and will cover the earth. I will destroy the city of the inhabitants thereof. Come up, ye horses, and range, ye chariots, and let the mighty men come forth, the Ethiopians and the Libyans that handle the shield, and the Lydians that handle the bend the bow. For this is the day of the Lord God of hosts, a day of vengeance, that I may avenge him of his adversaries. And the sword shall devour, and it shall be satiated and made drunk with their blood. For the Lord God of hosts hath a sacrifice in the north country by the river Euphrates. Go up to Gilead and take balm, O Virgin, the daughter of Egypt. In vain shalt thou use many medicines, for thou shalt not be cured. The nations have heard of thy shame, and thy cry hath filled the land. For the mighty man hath stumbled against the mighty, and they are fallen both together. The word that the Lord spake to Jeremiah the prophet, how Nebuchadrezzar, king of Babylon, should come and smite the land of Egypt. Declare ye in Egypt, and publish in Migdol, and publish in Noph, and in Tahpanhes. Say ye, stand fast, and prepare ye, for the sword shall devour round about thee. Why are thy valiant men swept away? They stood not, because the Lord did drive them. He made many to fall, yea, one fell upon another, and they said, Arise, and let us go again to our own people, and to the land of our nativity, from the oppressing sword. And that's what you see a lot of people trying to do right now, is go back to their homeland. So, did they cry there? Pharaoh, king of Egypt, is but a noise. He hath passed the time appointed. As I live, saith the king, whose name is the Lord of hosts, surely as Tabor is among the mountains, and as Carmel by the sea, so shall he come. O thou daughter dwelling in Egypt, furnish thyself to go into captivity, for Noph shall be waste and desolate, without an inhabitant. Egypt is like a very fair heifer, but destruction cometh. It cometh out of the north. Also, her hired men, or her mercenaries, are in the midst of her like flatted bullocks. For they also are turned back, and are fled away together. They did not stand, because of the day of their calamity was come up upon them, and the time of their visitation. The voice thereof shall go like a serpent, for they shall march with an army, and come against her with axes and hewers of wood, of those who chop. They shall cut down her forest, saith the Lord, though it cannot be searched, because they are more than the grasshoppers, and are innumerable. The daughter of Egypt shall be confounded or ashamed. She shall be delivered into the hand of the people of the north. The Lord of hosts, the God of Israel, saith, Behold, I will punish the multitude of No, and Pharaoh, and Egypt, and their gods, and their kings, even Pharaoh, and all them that trust in him. And I will deliver them into the hand of those that seek their lives, and into the hand of Nebuchadrezzar, king of Babylon, and into the hand of his servants. And afterward it shall be inhabited as of the days of old, saith the Lord. But fear not thou, O my servant Jacob, and be not dismayed, O Israel. For behold, I will save thee from afar off, and thy seed from the land of their captivity. And Jacob shall return, and be in rest, and at ease, and none shall make him afraid. Fear thou not, O Jacob, my servant, saith the Lord, for I am with thee. For I will make a full end of all the nations whither I have driven thee, but I will not make a full end of thee, but correct thee in measure, yet will I not leave thee wholly unpunished. Chapter 47. The word of the Lord that came to Jeremiah the prophet against the Philistines, before the Pharaoh smote Gaza. Thus saith the Lord, behold, waters rise up out of the north, and shall be an overflowing flood, and shall overflow the land and all that is therein, the city and them that dwell therein. Then the men shall cry, and all the inhabitants of the land shall howl. At the noise of the stamping of the hoofs of his strong horses, at the rushing of his chariots, and at the rumbling of his wheels. The fathers shall not look back to their children for feebleness of hands, because of the day that cometh to spoil all the Philistines, and to cut off from Tyrus and Zidon, every helper that remaineth, for the Lord will spoil his Philistines, the remnant of the country of Caphtor. Baldness is come upon Gaza. Wow. And Gaza is going through it right now. It's interesting. How long wilt thou cut thyself? And that's what's happening right now. Israel just keeps cutting themselves. It's going to be to where, let's see how long big bad America going to keep it up with them. O thou sword of the Lord, how long will it be ere thou be quiet? Put up thyself into thy scabbard, rest and be still. How can it be quiet, seeing the Lord hath given it a charge against Ashkelon and against the seashore? There hath he appointed it. Chapter 48. Against Moab, thus saith the Lord of hosts, the God of Israel, woe unto Nebo, for it is spoiled. Kiriathaim is confounded and taken. Misgab is confounded and dismayed. There shall be no more praise of Moab in Heshbon. They have devised evil against it, and that's what's going on right now in our communities. We ain't grandstanding for none of this ratchet shit no more. All this inappropriate behavior, all these people acting stupid, nonsense, time to cut all that out. Honestly, bigger things to worry about, bigger things to be worried about right now. All of the TV shows, all of the movies, anybody you see in your communities acting out, wilding out, nah. Genuinely, for real, sincerely, all you fathers need to step up and get your kids out these streets. Ladies, you need to get your daughters off the pole and out of these clubs. Stop boxing. This goes for grandparents, grandmothers, grandfathers, uncles, and aunties. Unity in the community. It's time to actually start changing and actually calling out. And that's what I've been doing even for myself. Call it out. It's not right. It's not okay. It's not okay for a grown adult to be talking to an underage child. It's not okay. It's not okay for you to steal. It's not okay to covet thy neighbor's things, goods, whether it be his wife, whether y'all homies or not. It's not okay to be sitting here just trying to sleep with any and everybody. Sex stands for sacred energy exchange. Your energy is sacred. Treat it as such. Have some discipline. Discipline your priorities. Your priorities would discipline you. Discipline your priorities, or your priorities would discipline you. Discipline your priorities, or your priorities would discipline you. There shall not be no more praise of Moab. In Heshbon, they have devised evil against it. Come, let us cut it off from being a nation. Also thou shalt be cut down, O madman, the sword shall pursue thee. The voice of the crying shall be from Horonaim, spoiling and great destruction. Moab is destroyed. Her little ones have caused a cry to be heard. And that's what it has been. You've been seeing all these killing in the community and stuff like that, and people who are hyping it up and grandstanding in it, paying, artists to make, murder music, or have people grandstanding behind pharmaceutical companies that knowing that are attacking the community. There's so many different ways that evil has so many different ways that they've been cunning, coy, patient, working alone, working together. But now you're seeing it destroyed. You're seeing all of the little minions that have been standing up and, grandstanding and gaslighting these type of ways. You're not seeing any of these artists perform like that. 90% of the clubs are going bankrupt or closing down right now. For in the going of the Luhith, continual weeping shall go up. For in the going down of Horonaim, the enemies have heard a cry of destruction. Flee, save your lives, and be like the heath in the wilderness. For because thou hast trusted in thy works and in thy treasures, thou shalt also be taken, and Chemosh shall go forth into captivity with his priests and his princes together. And the spoiler shall come upon every city, and no city shall escape. The valley also shall perish, and in the plain shall be destroyed, as the Lord hath spoken. Give wings unto Moab, that it may flee and get away. For the cities thereof shall be desolate, without any to dwell therein. Cursed be he that doeth the work of the Lord deceitfully. Cursed be he that doeth the work of the Lord deceitfully, and cursed be he that keepeth back his sword from blood. Moab hath been at ease from his youth, and he hath settled on his lees, and hath not been emptied from vessel to vessel, neither hath he gone into captivity. Therefore his taste remained in him, and his scent is not changed. Therefore, behold, the days come, saith the Lord, that I will send unto him wanderers that shall cause him to wander, and shall empty his vessels and break their bottles. And Moab shall be ashamed of Chemosh, as the house of Israel was ashamed of Bethel, their confidence. How say ye, we are mighty and strong men for the war? Moab is spoiled and gone up out of her cities, and his chosen young men are gone down to the slaughter, saith the King, whose name is the Lord of hosts. The calamity of Moab is near to come, is at hand, and his affliction hasteth fast. All ye that are about him or bemoan him, or around it. If you're around any of this nonsense, you're gonna catch all the strays. Simple as that. If you keep going out and hanging out with friends that you shouldn't be hanging out with and doing all these things, you're gonna catch strays. You're gonna get hit with the IED. Bombs over Baghdad right now. You're gonna get popped. You're gonna get popped. All ye that are about him or around him, bemoan him, and all ye that know his name say, how is the strong staff broken, and the beautiful rod? Thou daughter that doest inhabit Dibon, come down from thy glory and sit in thirst. See? Exactly, ladies. Come down from all that hoeing and thought boxing, being 304s, being way too thirsty over all of the attention. I promise you, you ain't been getting the attention that you've been desiring. At the end of the day, let's keep it 100. Let's keep it honest. Be honest with yourself. Sit in thirst, for the spoiler of Moab shall come upon thee, and he shall destroy thy strongholds. He will destroy your strongholds. You know what your stronghold is? Is your vagina. You are the gatekeeper to the creator. You create life and you want to mess up your stronghold. You want to put extra mileage on your stronghold. You want to be an incubator for all kind of diseases for your stronghold. You keep allowing Moabs. Just as you keep doing, you keep allowing the Moabs in your stronghold. And they just, Rick James, fuck your couch, Nate. Just big muddy shoes on your rug. That's what you're gonna keep doing, is letting that destroy your stronghold. O inhabitants of Aroer, stand by the way, and Espi. Ask him that fleeth, and her that escapeth, and say, what is done? Moab is confounded, for it is broken down. Howl and cry. Tell ye it in Arnon that Moab is spoiled, and judgment is upon the plain country, upon Holon, and upon Jahazah, and upon Mephaath, and upon Dibon, and upon Nebo, and upon Beth Diblat Thaim, and upon Karathaim, and upon Beth Gamol, and upon Beth Meon, and upon Kerioth, and upon Bozrah, and upon all the cities of the land of Moab, far or near. The horn of Moab is cut off, and his arm is broken, saith the Lord. Make ye him drunken, for he magnified himself against the Lord. Moab also shall wallow in his vomit, and he also shall be in derision. That's what's happening right now. The amount of excessive drinking right now. Why do you think Diddy's in locked up right now? The mafia of the alcohol industry. Diddy was too big for us. He was too big to fail. In which he did fail, because he was getting too big. But the alcohol industry, seeing what was going on right now, he's definitely way much more marketable than any of these people who work at these alcoholic companies. So yes, he can be able to sell, what is it? What's this drink? I completely forgot what it is now. That's how much I ain't been drinking in a minute. What's Diddy's drink? I don't know. But yeah, his vodka that he had was gonna definitely supersede, but he was on his way to being, in that $1 trillion market, if he was playing his cards right. But he was definitely gonna be making billions off of alcohol. But that's because you're seeing how much is going on in the communities. The amount of craziness and struggle and people wallow in their woes. The amount of people that I see running in and out of the liquor store right now. For was not Israel a derision unto thee? Was he found among thieves? For since thou spakest of him, thou skippest of joy. O ye that dwelleth in Moab city, leave the cities, and dwell in the rock, and be like the dove that maketh her nest in the sides of the hole's mouth. We have heard the pride of Moab. He is exceeding proud. Yeah, you've heard the pride of Moab. Man, it's thick. It's thick. His loftiness, his arrogancy, and his pride, and his haughtiness of his heart. I know his wrath, saith the Lord. You can't mess with a Moabite. You can't tell them nothing. You can't tell a Moabite nothing. I know his wrath, saith the Lord, but it shall not be so. His lies shall not so affect it. Therefore will I howl for Moab. I will cry out for all Moab. Mine heart shall mourn for the men of Kirheres. O vine of Sibmah, I will weep for thee with the weeping of Jazer. Thy plants are gone over the sea. Thy reach even to the sea of Jazer. The spoiler is fallen upon thy summer fruits and upon thy vintage. And joy and gladness is taken from the plentiful field and from the land of Moab. And I have caused wine to fail from the wine presses. None shall tread with shouting. Their shouting shall be no shouting. From the cry of Heshbon unto Elieleh, and even unto Jahaz have they uttered their voice from Zoar, even unto Horonaim, as an heifer of 3 years old. From the waters also of Nimrim shall be desolate. Moreover, I will cause to cease in Moab, saith the Lord, him that offereth in the high places, and him that burneth incense to his gods. Therefore mine heart shall sound for Moab like pipes, and my heart shall sound like pipes for the men of Kirheres, because the riches hath he that he hath gotten are perished. For every head shall be bald, and every beard clipped. Upon the hands shall be cuttings, and upon the loins sackcloth. There shall be lamentations generally upon all the housetops of Moab, and in the streets thereof. For I have broken Moab like a vessel wherein is no pleasure, saith the Lord. They shall howl, saying, how is it broken down? How hath Moab, and that's interesting because you're going to see how like the pride of the Moabites is going to get broken down because they don't believe they can do no wrong. You can't tell a Moabite nothing. They shall howl, saying, how is it broken down? How hath Moab turned the back with shame? So shall Moab be a derision and a dismay to all them about him. And it's crazy because it's like all it does is exacerbate already the problem. It's like a negative version of the Green Hulk. You know, it's like it inflates the destruction even more. It's crazy. For thus saith the Lord, behold, he shall fly as an eagle and shall spread his wings over Moab. Kiriath is taken, and the strongholds are surprised, and the mighty men's hearts in Moab at that day shall be as the heart of the woman in her pangs. And Moab shall be destroyed, even be destroyed from being a people, because he hath magnified himself against the Lord. Fear and the pit and the snare shall be upon thee, O inhabitant of Moab, saith the Lord. He that fleeth from the fear shall fall into the pit, and he that getteth up out of the pit shall be taken in the snare. for I will bring upon it. That's crazy. You're getting triple for your tickles. You're getting triple for your tickles. That's crazy. Most High God is not playing. I will bring upon, even upon Moab, the year of their visitation, saith the Lord. They that fled stood under the shadow of Heshbon because of the forest. But a fire shall come forth out of Heshbon, and a flame from the midst of Sihon, and shall devour the corner of Moab. And the crown of the head of the tumultuous ones will be unto thee, O Moab. The people of Chemosh perisheth, for thy sons are taken captives, and thy daughters captives. Yet will I bring again the captivity of Moab in the later days, saith the Lord. Thus far is the judgment of Moab. And that is the end of Jeremiah chapter 48. Wow, that's deep. That goes for all you brothers and sisters out there who are still acting ratchet and reckless. This is your warning to stop doing what you're doing and to listen to God right now. You are going down a path, a very bad path, if you are not listening and taking heed to the words of the Lord right now. Stop with the nonsense in your life. It's not going to get better. It's going to get worse than any of your counterparts before you have gone through because of the way the world is going right now. We are in spiritual court right now. I want you to listen and take that in consideration, that we are in spiritual court right now. You have your own day in court right now. We are all in the same cafeteria lunch line. Same cafeteria lunch line. With our own cafeteria tray. With our own spoon, fork, napkin, cup. And when it's your time to come up and get your slab of cold, lumpy potatoes of judgment, you have to look yourself in the mirror. Can't nobody save you. Your mama, your papa, grandma, grandpa, your girl, your wife, your husband, your man, your brother, your sister, your homie, your homegirl, your dog, your cat. Can't none of these things save you. You have to be able to stand 10 toes on what is the meditation of your heart. Is your heart lighter than a feather? Or has it been so darkened and turned into cold, hard darkness? That's what's being weighed and judged upon. Not only your judgment, but your lineages. Because you have to be able to sort out all of those strings that have you snared up right now. You are caught. Those spiritual snares are what catch you up in your physical and mental and emotional, financial realities right now. You have to understand, dang, why does this keep happening to me? My great granddaddy was a drunk. My granddad was a drunk. My dad was a drunk. My uncles was a drunk. Their friends was a drunk. Damn, I'm a drunk now. I got cirrhosis of the liver. All the angry, all the concrete jungles that has affected many of our brothers and sisters' lives, that have caused people to have to pick up a weapon. Thou shalt not kill. Thou shalt not steal. Thou shalt not covet thy neighbor's goods. You have all of the greatness and potential inside of you to be able to build with your own hands. You know how amazing it is to be able to create with your own hands? To be able to create what the universe downloads into you, and you're able to, wow, aha, I'm able to create this. I'm able to draw this. I'm able to make this song. I'm able to build this business. That's what this turnaround is right now for y'all. People out there who are on the fritz, who are struggling, who are going through things, and be like, man, I'm out here stressed out, bro. I ain't got no money, man. I got to get out here and get it how I live it. That faith of a mustard seed is what has gotten me to this point right now. The extreme courage to be able to be like, nah, I'm not going to fall to the sin of this world. You have to understand that sin is all around us, whether it's outside or even inside of your house, because we are the greatest creators and incubators of our own deadly sins around us. Whether you sloth around like a sloth, a glutton, an envious person, wrathful, lustful. You got people who got whole sex dungeons. Damn, how much sex you can do in this damn in this sex gym? What I'm trying to get across to you brothers and sisters out there is this is the moment, this is the warning that you're hearing right now. This is the beeping in your ear. This is the dog whistle that is telling you to stop whatever the hell you was doing. Stop whatever you were doing and listen to God right now. I know you're mad and you're pissed off. That's not what you wanted to hear. You're stubborn, stiff-necked. It ain't about the messenger. It's about this message. Be ye separate, saith the Lord, and touch not the unclean thing anymore. And I'll leave that with you guys. I got some business to take care of. But great glory. Great glory. I'll be back. Shalom.